Yo, welcome to Garage Hanks today. I got your host right here, Chiefheimer. Today I got a special guest.
Evan House.
Heck yeah, man. How we doing today?
Not too bad. It's good to see you.
You too, man. We, if anyone doesn't know, we went to middle school and high school together, right?
Yep, high school.
You went to Franklin, right?
No, I actually didn't go to Franklin. I went to a private school, but
Oh, really?
I mean, we met like right in freshman year of high school.
Yeah, because we were in a program called Block.
Yeah. Oh, man, what did they call that? They, I think it was special ed honors or something like that. I think that's what they were going with.
Yeah.
Oh man, we talked so much shit about that program.
Yeah, it was definitely different than being like in a regular classroom with everyone that you were in school with. I mean, for me anyway, because you went to a private school. So when you came to Parker, you didn't know anybody, did you? Or did
No, I didn't know anybody.
Yeah. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I thought you went to Franklin for some reason. That's
Everyone thought I either went to Franklin or Edison, because me and my buddy Jason Klein were just thick as thieves just throughout the whole high school. But yeah, I went to St. Williams for kindergarten till 8th grade. So I was a good old little Christian boy. I got made fun of so much my freshman year because I wore like this real expensive looking silver cross, and oh man, it was bad. I was telling people they were going to hell. Definitely an eye opener. The first I remember my first day. This goth kid came up to me, and a bunch of upside down crucifixes, just like that's satanic and whatnot, and you're gonna go to hell and that kind of thing. And he threatened to beat me up and tattoo a pentagram on my forehead. Yeah, it was definitely.
That was at Parker?
That was at Parker. Yeah.
Cop High.
Yeah, good old Cowpie High. No, but like
that's a little harsh, man. That's
a little
harsh.
bit.
That's actually really messed up.
Yeah,
think about it.
Just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, thinking back on it, yeah, it really was. But I'm pretty sure that kid ended up in jail like the following year.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wonder if he's still in there.
I don't know. I kind of lost track of most of the kids that we went to high school with. I mean, I keep in touch with you from time to time, and then that's about it. I mean, I don't even talk to Jason anymore, and we've been friends since like 3rd grade.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You're going to have to come over here a little bit more and hang out. I have Blake over here. Do you like Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, love Dragon Ball Z.
So he just got a Funimation account from his sister, and he came over. Well, initially went over to his house last night for a little bit and started watching Dragon Ball, and I've never watched it from the beginning.
Oh, man.
I didn't realize that came out in 86.
Yeah?
I did not know that. So we started watching over there. He went and grabbed a case for himself to drink. I sat here, smoked a little bit, watched Dragon Ball for 3 hours. Had 2 more of my buddies come over because they needed to let off some steam, and
It's so that is
fun,
such
dude.
A bingeable.
We watched 6 episodes. I think in that 3 at his house and then 3 over here.
Oh man!
I mean,
yeah.
it was. Well,
It's crazy that's still going. I mean, it's been, man. If it started in
86?
86?
Yeah.
So then it's been 24 almost 40 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like
Right?
what, 36 or something.
Yeah, 36 years then.
Yeah, because we're 32. Yeah. 89, 87, 86. So it would be 35. So 35 years.
Yeah,
So you're
35.
almost right, almost 40.
Yeah. Wow.
That's wild. Did you go see the new movie that came out? The Dragon Ball movie that came out?
Oh
in theaters?
yeah. Actually, it was kind of.
I want to hear you have to say on this because it's a lot different.
It really is
than all the other ones.
So I actually really don't like the new show, Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
I think everyone's like they're back on that hype train, and I think just because it's new, that's why they're all hyped up about it. And then eventually it's just going to turn back into the last continuation of Dragon Ball Z, which was Dragon Ball GT.
Yep.
I think they're going to turn back to it and be like, man, that show was so trash.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen. But the new movie was actually really good. I thought it was a good play on bringing it back to some of the characters that have been kind of like shelved for quite some time, like Piccolo and Gohan, assuming you remember them.
Yep.
I mean, it kind of played on the fact that they have been shelved for so long, and now they're actually getting some screen time. It's like, well, don't worry, we'll just wait for Goku and Vegeta to save the day again. And then, you idiot. So I thought that was fantastic. Just the fact that they kind of made fun of themselves.
Yeah.
For that exact reason. So that already scored points in my book, and then they weren't all like transform happy with they weren't all transform happy with Goku, like, oh hey, it's gonna take Goku getting beaten to a bloody pulp, and then he's just gonna save the day because of plot convenient power ups. Instead, they kind of played back on what Gohan went through during Dragon Ball Z, like towards the end of the Cell Saga, when they pushed him to his next level, and then it was like, oh yeah, Gohan's gonna take over the show. No, Gohan didn't take over the show. But yeah, it was good. I think it's probably my favorite Dragon Ball Super movie. I still don't think it holds a candle to Dragon Ball Z at all, but I think it's a good step in the right direction.
Yeah, because the creator isn't it his son that made this last one of Dragon Ball Z? My buddy, you remember AJ Borchard, right?
I don't remember AJ, no.
He's one of my good friends now. Me and him have been friends from since 6th grade, elementary school. But he's really big into Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball and all that, and he loves it all. But I don't know as much as you or even him. It sounds like you know quite a bit, but I haven't had the time to do it. Do research.
That was basically my childhood. It was all Dragon Ball Z and a couple of the older cartoons. Anime, but that was when I was going to that private school, I really didn't have a lot of friends. Like, I didn't hang out with kids over the weekends. Me and Jason would hang out like maybe once every couple of months, but that was it. I had Jason, and then it was just video games and TV. So yeah, that was kind of my release from, I guess, being lonely, really.
So really, like, your whole childhood and even now, like, you're just solo dolo.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I think I went a little nutso crazo when I got into high school, because then it's just like, now everyone wants to be my friend. But I mean, then you know how people with the most friends, the least amount of people like them, because they're not really your friends. They're just kind of there. They're those convenient friends. Those that's like, calling your bar buddies your friends.
Oh yeah.
It's like they're not gonna go. They're not gonna. Yeah, they're not gonna come over and help you change a tire.
Exactly.
But I mean, your best friend would.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely having closer friends, in my opinion, they'll suit you better for the long run than just making any friend that would just talk to you.
I think nowadays too, it's like when you physically know someone's good, you can just. For me, I just have a good sense of feeling that I know good people and I know bad people. But the crazy thing is about that, I brought it up in a different statement. Neither one of us are good or bad. We're kind of just in the middle, pulling each way.
Yeah, that's actually what I've been really learning a lot lately. Because, I mean, as you know, I quit drinking.
Yeah.
Almost 11 months, like a week.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, it's been an interesting journey. But anyway, I got a little sidetracked.
Oh, you're good.
Just learning how to take the good with the bad, because we're neither good nor bad, as you were saying. We've done good shit, we've done bad shit. You could be the worst person that I know, but you still have a sliver of good in you, and you could be like the best person that I know. It's like you've still done some bad stuff in your life. There's just no way that you haven't.
Right.
So yeah, just learning to accept people the way that they are, and like, you know, weighing what you would consider acceptable. So like, you know, obviously, considering I have kids, if you were considered dangerous to children, obviously I wouldn't be friends with you because, well, that's not good for me or my kids. But I mean, like, if you stole something in high school, who the hell cares, right?
Yeah, like, it's like, yo, I saw you steal Pokemon cards at Walgreens back in, like, 11th grade.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want you ever come to my house because you might steal my Pokemon cards. Like,
yeah.
You know, people just need to get past that. And that's another reason why I want to do this show, is to have people look at me in a different way than what I was in high school. You know? Because I'm not the same. And nor are the people around that judge me for who I am. It's weird when we're out in public, dude, and I see these people. I know they're staring at me. I know they looked at me. I know they glanced at me.
Yeah. And
they put their head down and they walk another way. And it's just like, I've known you since pre-K, and it's so sad we can't just stop and talk for a minute. I don't have to get your number. I don't have to go get a burger with you.
Yeah.
I got to play 9 holes of golf.
Like, it's hey, nice. How you doing?
Like, yeah, because we spent so much time talking, hanging out, getting to know one another. We were kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Didn't even know much. We knew what felt right. And the people that were good we hung out with them. Like, we didn't have really any of the intentions we do nowadays, where it's like, you go to a setting and you try to, like, even want to go up and talk to another guy. It's just like, you try to hit on me, like, what, you want, I don't want to be your friend, dude, like, you're goofy as hell. Like, there is just, people are just off the wall, bro, and it's just, it bugs me. Like, I know me and you, like, if I ever see you in public, I know for sure we'd stop and talk, like,
oh, hell yeah.
You know, like, I have no problem with that, but, yeah, people just need to let go of that past shit.
Yeah.
Because we're 32 now, not freaking 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18.
Yeah, that stuff used to fly, like, when we were in our 20s, even. But, like, it's so little of people to just not at least be willing to have a conversation.
Yeah.
So, like, we kind of touched on this a little bit, like, you know, people getting, you know, crucified for just their opinions.
Yep.
So, like, you know, like, for example, you know, say you're Democratic, say I'm Republican, we can't be friends.
Do I have to be a Democrat? I'd rather not be neither, but go on.
Yeah,
I just had to crack a joke quick.
Oh, man, consider... when you know you're on a list when people are talking about, like, you know, how bad the Republicans are versus, you know, how bad the Democrats are. They're all, you know, they're going back and forth, and I'm just like, no one is on either of your side. And it's like, oh shoot, talking like that's gonna get me on a list. It makes you wonder.
Right.
Let's start basing social merit on how many government watch lists you are. See what happens after that.
Yeah.
It's so hard to not be judged based on your past mistakes lately, and it's really sad because we are constantly evolving, we're constantly growing. I mean, even so, like, you know, you were mentioning you've changed a lot, and, like, I mean, we had a couple of classes together, but, you know, we weren't, like, best friends. We didn't, like, come over to each other's houses and hang out on the weekends.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, just that little bit of interaction that we had during the class time versus now, or when I was asking you to take wedding photos for me when I was going to get married, just that little bit of interaction is just like, man, there's real change. So, like, I mean, it's apparent to me, but I mean, like, you also didn't do any, like, bad shit to me either. So, like, I don't know if that's just people not wanting to let go, you know, them just being butthurt, or, like, if they're just not willing to like, really look at you and be like, man, he's really changed. You know, at least be willing to have that conversation.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, what have you done to evolve? I see no reason why we can't have a conversation and just be like, yeah, what's been going on? What kind of a spiritual journey have you been on?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's so interesting and different, dude. That's why life's so interesting. That's why people just, like you said, need to get past this, the visuals, and just like a human being for who they are, not what they look like. Because realistically, everything that we have on our bodies isn't insecure to cover up our true form. Because our true form is being naked.
Yeah.
Realistically, back in that time period when there were no clothes made, there was none of that shit made. It was just your body, a cape over your front end and your back end, or your top, and that was it.
Yeah.
Pretty much, we just dressed what we like, and that's what makes life so interesting too. Because if everyone was such the same, like on The Grinch, when the red light stopped in the movie, or when someone ran out in front of a car, the whole town stopped.
Yeah.
Everybody stopped doing the same thing. Banks even stopped working, gas stopped getting pumped, everything's on pause. Like, could you imagine if there's a car accident outside and everyone and their mom just stopped?
We'd never get anything done.
Just stopped.
Because we're so focused on the bad stuff that's happening right now that we can't even look at what we're doing.
Yeah.
So, me drinking this soda, I will never finish this soda if I... Oh, shoot, something bad happened over there.
Right.
Oh, shoot. Hey, Ben, did you see that? What? Squirrel. It's like everyone's got like just a major case of ADD. It's just like, dude, focus on yourself. Just look at what you're doing. I'm not saying it to be mean, just like you got better shit to do.
Oh yeah.
Than to be like focusing on everyone else's, trauma.
Yep.
So
or their parents.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't even get me started on that one.
I appreciate you saying what I did, what I've done, and what I haven't did to you, because I was very nice to people in high school. I kept my friends close, and
oh yeah.
I mean, I did my own side stuff that was dumb and got myself in trouble, but
oh man, we all did.
I never like purposely went out of my way to like
hurt another human being.
Yeah, or even like say something stupid. It's like, man,
that just baffles me even more that people like.
I don't know.
But then again, I mean, that's why I got the I Hate Evan shirts, because people were just rumors would spread around about me. And, like, I had a full-on conversation about how much an asshole that I was. And then someone looked at me and was just like, yeah, how do you know Evan? I was like, that's me.
I don't believe that you were, like, even remotely near that in high school.
No.
If anything, you were quiet and you had a few select friends that you hung around with and just kind of kept low-key.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I don't know where all the hate came from. It didn't make any sense to me.
People starting shit just to get an arouse out of it. Who knows?
Because they're bored.
Oh, yeah. Who knows? Who honestly knows? Like, that happened so long ago, just to even think about it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's freaking wild. You know, they say school was the best time of your life, but honestly, I think it was like the worst time of my life, because all of them made fun of being in block, being on Adderall for being prescribed that because I had bad attention deficit disorder.
Yeah, me too.
Like, it was so crazy going through that. I'd be off it during the summer, the Adderall, and then when school started back up, like 2 weeks into school, I'd get back in my routine and taking it. Mm-hmm. So all the clothes that my mom bought me never fit, because I was always at like 135. All the way up through high school I was 135. Mm-hmm. Now I'm pushing 180, but I haven't taken that stuff since junior year, because I almost got expelled from Parker because I gave one of my friends an Adderall pill because he's taken Adderall before and quick 50'd me.
Yeah.
And put me on pre-expulsion.
That Adderall, yep, a lot of...
Yep. And I never found out who did it, which I already made a shout out in that video, like, whoever you are, hope you feel better by punishing me by almost getting me expelled from school for whoever decided to do it. But yeah, don't ever give your friends drugs.
$50.
Yeah, don't ever give your friends any pills or anything in school, because it ain't gonna work out for anybody.
Don't share your drugs, kids.
Yeah, stupid decision.
Yeah, man, Adderall really screwed some kids' lives up, and I used it as just, I mean, I was prescribed it obviously, but like I remember getting so hung up on it because I felt like it really focused me, like I could actually get some stuff done.
Oh yeah. But
like my dad would he would never tell me like why he would never take me back to the doctor after that, like to get a refill. And it's just like I could never understand it. And then I don't know what like snapped or clicked or whatever, but I remember like just getting into this heated argument with him, and then I was just like, I would be so much better on Adderall. I'd actually be able to like go to college and get a good job, and you know, I was just remming and raving about how like this was the one thing holding me back. And then my dad, you know, turned back, you know, real quick and was just like, that shit turned you into a fucking robot.
Yeah.
And it didn't even make sense to me. Like it took a while to click. It's just like, oh my gosh, you're right. I had no emotions on that.
Yeah.
And you know, just talking to other friends that were on it, it's just like, man, how do they get away with that?
You know what Adderall is actually, right?
It's speed.
It's one molecule off of meth.
Oh, really?
Yep. I looked that up and found that out. It's one molecule off of meth, and you wonder why they gave it to us.
I was about to say, let's just give it to kids.
Yep. They had it approved, FDA approved, made it legal for us to take because it was good, decent for us. It wasn't going to do anything to us. Weight loss. Like I said, I was 130 pounds the entire 4 years of my at Parker. I didn't gain any weight. I didn't lose any weight. Like,
I think I was like sitting at about $120.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Realistically, you look freaking same from high school in your body. It looks like you just got a beer now.
I gained like 3 pounds. Come on, 3 pounds. Give me that.
It's like that part on Grown Ups where he's like, yeah, how you guys been? Or whatever, the guy at the restaurant, and he's like, yeah, heard your son wants some of that Voss water. And he's like,
oh, man.
He's like, yeah, you changed much. He's like, yeah, since I was 5, yeah. You know, I've gained some weight since I was 5, duh.
Yeah, right?
I love that part. Yeah, when you see somebody and see how they're doing, they're like, yeah, I've put on some weight. I'm the same person who's put on a little bit of weight.
Yeah, most people do. I mean, especially during high school. I mean, if you didn't put on any weight after high school, I mean, there's probably something wrong. Because, I mean, everyone's metabolism is going to slow down eventually. And, I mean, you could still have, like, that slender body type. I think we went over body types. To where like you basically where your body kind of naturally goes, even you know if there's food increase or decrease, you kind of stay in that general framework. But yeah, even if you have that slim body type, you know you're still gonna put on some weight once your metabolism starts to slow down. And I mean, since we're past our 20s, yeah, there's no reason why we'd be still sitting at the same weight that we were in high school. There's no way.
Well, everything changes.
Yeah.
Like we get older, like we're maturing into our bodies. You know, that's it's crazy to think, but dude, it's the truth. It's real.
Well, that's just I think that just goes back to, you know, people being so stuck in high school. Like, I think that is just the one time, like, that maybe that's where they peaked and that's where they stay, because, like, you know, hey, I was in the best shape of my life, you know, I felt like I was so productive and I got so much stuff done. I had all these friends, and now I have no friends, and I'm fat and I'm lazy, and I don't like my job anymore. Things are so easy. So I think with being back, with thinking back to that, I think that's kind of just where their brain is stuck, because that's what they want so bad.
Right, and they don't know what to do. Like, I preach to my friends, if you go to work, you wake up, go to work, come home, and don't do anything, find some things you love, tap in. This is something new for me. I tapped into it, I figured it out, I'm getting better at it, and I'm actually getting to love it. Working out in high school, never was big on working out. I have a workout machine now. There were, for 66 days, I did 30 burpees a day in this garage.
Oh, jeez. I hated burpees.
Yeah, I just never wanted to get and work out, but, like, I've gotten bigger. I want to get in shape, and I did it, and then I kind of just stopped doing it. I had a old friend of mine tell me that I do fake workouts, and it just kind of put me down after that, which I knew.
What's a fake workout?
That's kind of what I was thinking, too. Like, yeah, that whole situation was stupid. There was a meme that my friend sent. Was he a big old meathead? You know, no, I went to Craig. That explains it.
Yeah, it kind of does.
But there was a meme of this guy, and like from here down, it was the back of his calves. Okay, so it was like both of his legs like this, but you saw both of his calves from the back, like 2 tattoos, you know.
Uh-huh.
So on the left leg there was a Green Bay Packer tattoo, and then on the right leg there was like a Woodman tattoo, like Woodman's a grocery store. It was like a Wisconsin. I figured it's like a Wisconsin thing because like who in Wisconsin would not go get a Woodman tattoo like anywhere else? Because I don't think Woodman's is like outside of Wisconsin, right?
No, it's I'm pretty sure because it's employee owned. I think the furthest that it goes is Beloit, which is like the edge.
Edge, yeah. So it's just this meme of this guy having these 2 tattoos on his legs, and this guy that made fun of me doesn't have any tattoos, and he's never gonna get any. So I'm very sarcastic, and I was like, "Yo, are those your legs, dude? Where'd you get tattoos?" And he's like, "Those aren't my legs. Those are too pink." I'm like, "Okay, dude, relax. It's okay. Like, I was just making a joke. Like, not a big deal."
I was supposed to say it's a joke.
Yeah, like, for real. The next day, he messages me at like 8 o'clock in the morning. "Hey, what's up with you not posting your fucking fake workouts, dude?" I'm like, "Get me out of this conversation, dude. You are trash. You are worthless."
Fake
and then
workouts.
the same day he said that shit to me, I posted a status on Facebook, and he got on it and he's like, "How dare you post this shit on here?" He's like, everyone doesn't even know the real story on how you were making fun of me and talking shit and all this stuff. I'm like,
where is this coming from?
It was a meme that had nothing to do with you. It was just initially like a joke. Like, I'm very quick when it comes to jokes and like phrases that I'm 110% sarcasm. Like,
Yeah.
that's just how I am. You know, like, one of my friends came over the other day and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back up my car." I was like, "Well, just use protection, you know." You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
That's a joke. That's a funny joke, and
Yeah.
everyone in here laughing. Like, it was just that, and he
Yeah.
decided to take it personally, and he thought I was attacking him when I wasn't. So over something so stupid, it was ridiculous. So I stopped working out, which I'm gonna get back into it. It's also been cold. It takes forever to heat this garage up. But at that point, it's just excuses because you're not doing it, and that's where you have to actually realize, like, alcohol. Everything about alcohol is an excuse, and you doing any hard drugs, everything you do is an excuse with it because you're not doing anything to make yourself better. You're not doing anything to get yourself out of it. You're not doing anything to make the problem solve the problem. So it's just all excuses, like, and it's just up to you. Like, you have, if like when I had to do my workout, I knew as soon as I wake up, I'd kiss Amber, take a piss, and come out here. It was just easy enough for me to do it, not only get out of the way, but do it just right then and there.
Yeah.
And then if I want to do it midday, I could do it midday or at night. But I did 30 burpees once a day. And that was the only thing that I've done besides photography consistently since I've been alive.
That a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
So it starts with just finding things to love, dude. That's what I tell everybody, and that's what I think these people lack.
Or just doing something that'll actually make you feel good. Like just some natural working out as a natural depressant, or antidepressant. So you can actually essentially you can work yourself out of a depression.
Yeah.
And staying stagnant, giving yourself more excuses is just going to make it worse. But I mean, like, finding passion for stuff that you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, that is depression killer right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, just keeping yourself happy, doing something that you like is probably the best thing in the world, in my opinion. Because having a sense of purpose. Imagine if you didn't have a sense of purpose. Imagine if you didn't have anything that you like doing.
Yeah.
You'd probably go insane, right? I know I would.
Yeah, because it's the normal. It's what everyone's doing. Wake up, go to work, fucking deal with their shitty, if not cool, normal white person job. And it's just, man, it sounds so lame. Just even coming out of my mouth, it just sounds super lame, dude. Like,
you got, like, I get that
I get it. It's cool.
Yeah.
I respect everyone that wants to do it like that, but that just does not fit my category, man.
Well, I get, like, some people not being able to, like, figure out, how to make money doing the stuff that they love. I assume you've heard that term, like, if you're...
The camera cut out again on accident, so...
Are we back on?
Yep, I just gotta hit this button right here. And sweet. Okay. All right, a little minor technical difficulty there again. But what were you saying now? Go back to that.
I completely forgot.
Damn.
Got so derailed. We were talking about doing stuff that you love. Oh, okay. All right, I'm back on track now. All right, so like I completely understand like not being able to find a way to profit off of doing what you love, or like being able to like live off of it. So like let's just say I love computers, becoming a computer programmer, and being able to profit that way. Like I'm so happy I will never work a day in my life. But like if I wanted to be a movie actor, and I didn't have any real connections on how to basically become a movie star, I probably got to get a regular 9-to-5 job. But what I can do is I can make little YouTube videos with my friends, and eventually kind of grow it, and have like my own little YouTube channel that's got like all these little snippets and whatnot, and just be happy making YouTube videos. I don't need to be like, I don't need to be the next Terminator, but, I can be Terminex YouTuber 53. So, yeah, being able to find that balance of like, this is what I have to do for work, and this is how I can support not only myself, but what I love to do.
Right.
Finding that balance has been probably the biggest struggle for me since I got sober, has just been finding that balance. Being fair not only with other people, but being fair with myself. And I think that's something that a lot of people really need to be able to like step outside themselves and look and assess themselves fairly. And other people.
Self-love.
Yeah, self-love. There's not enough self-love. The way that self-love is portrayed lately is you have to find it from other people.
Yeah.
If you accept me for being, whatever I'm doing, like, let's just say, I'm just going over so many examples. Let's just say I'm a 300-pound mess. I'm posting a topless picture. It's just like, all right, I posted this. You have to love this. That's self-love to some people. But I mean, it's not. I mean, I don't like the way that I look. I'm trying to make you love the way that I look so that I feel better.
Right.
I was like, no, I either have to accept this or I have to change it myself.
No one told us how to be an adult.
No, they really didn't.
Because technically, really, we were a kid until we were 25, if you actually realistically look at it, because 18, you kind of just get thrown out, and you have no experience for anything. No general sense of direction, and that's another thing I think is that people have issues with, is having a sense of direction on what they're supposed to do next, on how they get to that point.
Nobody did.
Like, I still think if I'm doing the right thing, like, on the moves I'm making, but then I realize that I am, because I've sacrificed so much to keep them moves going, that it just, I don't know, I kind of lost track where I was going with that, I guess, but...
It's a hangout. Yeah. You're supposed to do that. No, but I totally get what you're saying, man. Like, we really weren't... I feel like we were definitely, like, just kind of tossed in the ocean and, like, hey, sink or swim, bitch.
Pretty much. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can't tell you how many times, like, I remember hearing about, like, oh, school's so important. Why didn't they ever teach us how to do taxes? I remember seeing posts about that back in MySpace days. It's like, how are we not, like, mandatory teaching how the heck to do your taxes?
Yeah.
It's just like, and I mean, like, we talk shit about the block program that we were in, special ed honors, but they at least, like, taught us, like, hey, when you're going in for a job interview, you want to dress a step above the position that you want. And it's just like, I never heard that out in public before. I remember hearing that one other time after high school. I remember hearing that one other time, and I think what was I doing? I think it was when I was trying to work for, like, this ice cream shop, and I was talking with the dude that did the interview, and he was just like, yeah, I think you're a little overdressed. It's just like, you're supposed to actually dress for the job you want. And I was like, well, what if I want your job? And then he laughed, and he ended up giving me the job. But still, it's just like, the fact that we were able to learn that, when we were 16 versus when we were 20.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably wouldn't have had a job at 19 until 23, because, I mean, how the heck am I supposed to dress for an interview? So unless we're learning it from our parents, we're not going to learn it. So, like, if my parents wouldn't have been around, shoot, I'd be screwed.
You're pretty much just going off of, like, what we think is right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we do now.
Yeah.
I don't ask anybody for advice anymore. I really don't. Like, there's times I very rarely call my dad and just be like, dude, what's up on this? What do you think about this? But other than that, like, I sit and battle with myself, because it's so much easier to sit and talk to myself and get myself through something than having to bring 2 or 3 people into it. Now they know my issue. Now I have to hope they have an issue for me, a resolved issue for my problem. So what I've been doing is resolving my problems by myself. So
self-reliance is huge. Not a lot of people have that.
It's hard, dude. It's not the easiest thing. It's definitely not.
Well, because I'm sure you could probably name more people than not that will have an issue, and they'll post about it on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's like, Facebook, book of faces. What do you think I should do? Yeah. It's like, I don't know. Maybe you should, like, think about it and figure it out.
But here we go back to being in that box.
Yeah. Oh man,
people don't know how to step out of it.
We didn't talk about the box on the air. Yeah.
On the first video we were talking about the box of being trapped in the normal society of bullshit.
Yeah. We're taught to be in this box. We can't get out of the box. And then as soon as we start stepping outside that box, oh, hey, he's outside of the box. Look at what an idiot he is.
Right.
I was like, well, I'm a lot more self-reliant than you are.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need assistance to make a decision on what I want for dinner.
Right.
So.
Yeah, or what bath bomb I should throw in my bathtub tonight.
Yeah, right.
Like, ask some real good general advice to help.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't make simple decisions like that on your own. Like, dude, there's so many people still, like, go on Facebook and be like, yeah, I'm getting ready to shower and go to work. It's like,
I don't really care about
I haven't
your
posted
routine.
something like that since I was, like, 2008. Going to school. After school, hit me up. Let's go skate. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't ever do that now. And then also, too, with social media, what happened to posting on people's walls? That was, like, the biggest thing you could do in Facebook, dude, was, like, post on someone's wall, like, hey, how you doing? What's the plan for the weekend? Ain't no one do that no more. Nope. Blake Krulak did it to me last night, actually. He sent a post at like 4 a.m. I just want you to know you're a real human, dude. You're a real good friend. I appreciate you and thank you for everything. And I woke up to that and it's like, that's how I know it. That's how I know like I'm a good freaking person, dude. Like that's how I just know that like generally I am a good person and I'm enjoyable to be around.
Just the fact that you changed, so you probably changed his life. Just the fact that you know that is, it's kind of beautiful.
Yeah, dude.
Just knowing that you improved somebody's life, and you didn't really intend to. Yep. Like, hey, I was just having fun, man. Yep. Now you're talking about being a better person and like
just being me.
Yeah,
just being me.
It's like my existence actually has meaning. My existence actually I have a positive force in this life.
Everybody does, for the camera, by the way. Everybody is supposed to be here for a reason, and the reason is to not work 9 to 5s and waste your time. Find things that you love, hold on to them tight. You don't have to be a professional at anything. You don't have to be the greatest at anything. Just do it, feel happy, feel love, feel gratitude, and you will go so far. Literally, those are like the 3 things. And that's it. Love, gratitude, and whatever the fuck was.
I think you forgot you forgot the 3rd thing on one of your other videos.
I did. And then we later brought it up afterwards, I think.
I'm sure if we just keep going, I'm sure you'll pick it up eventually. I think you did in the last video as well. You're just like, I forget number 3, and then like 10 minutes later, you're just like, oh, it's this thing. I should have paid more attention. I could have just told you.
It's all good. Sometimes I talk too fast anyway, but it's nice to have this podcast to kind of talk slow and just chill.
It's more organic when it's just all off the cuff like that anyway. I mean, like, you know, I mean, everyone, like when you look at like, you know, how people judge these podcasts or whatever, they like raw. They don't like scripted stuff. It's just like, you know, this is as raw as it gets. It's just like we're going all off the cuff. There's no script.
Yep.
We're just sitting around bullshitting. Yeah. Like we just came over to hang out with each other. I even freaking brought pizza.
Yeah, and it's actually crazy is everyone that's been on my episode so far, y'all gotta step up. This guy brought over pizza, breadsticks, and he got dessert, and he brought me an exclusive soda that I've never tried before that I have in my toolbox over there. I appreciate you for bringing that soda. It was good.
Yeah, definitely good. You can get it at Woodman's. I mean, you might need to get a tattoo of Woodman's. It's like all exclusive and stuff. I'm not gonna show you where my tattoo is. I might have when the cameras are off. Just don't tell anybody.
Hey man, I dropped my pants last night in front of my friends. I was like, dude, check out my thigh tattoo, man. And one of my buddies was like, oh, I'm like, dude, don't be weird.
It's only weird if you make it weird.
Just don't stare at my shit. Stare at the tattoo. Appreciate the work I have on my arm, not, you know what I'm saying? Freaking weird, man.
Do you remember Morgan Gibbs?
Yeah, what the fuck happened to that kid?
Man, he disappeared.
Does he have
He's got Facebook, but I don't think he ever checks it.
I was going to say, because like the last time I seen him post anything was like a long time ago. What was his last name again?
Gibbs, Gibbs.
Yeah, Morgan Gibbs, yep.
Yep. Man, that kid was a riot and a half. I remember my first ever interaction with him. Actually, I don't think it was like...
That don't even look... Holy shit, he grew up, dude.
Yeah, he did.
He don't even look the same.
Nope.
Holy cow.
Gosh.
That don't even look like him, dude. I'm gonna add him anyway.
I think I still got him. I'm not sure.
And he lives in town too.
No way. No.
Yep. Says Janesville on there.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool.
Man, he's been way under the radar then.
Yeah. What about Morgan though?
My first ever I remember I'd see him in the hallway or whatever, but like my first real interaction with him, I was in what was that mandatory thing that we had to do? Like right in the morning.
Advisory,
there we go. I couldn't think. Brain fart. Anyway, I was in advisor and all the seats were taken for once, and so I ended up sitting next to Morgan, and we had talked like just a little bit, but he went from, oh hey, how's your day going? Hey, this is what classes I'm taking. Just back and forth bullshit for like maybe a minute. And then all of a sudden he's just like, man, I really want to get 2 W's tattooed on my butt cheeks. I was like, what? Why? So when I bend over and spread my cheeks, you're going to say, wow.
Dude. No.
My freshman year of high school, that is how he is remembered by me.
Oh my god. Well, Morgan, if you add me on Facebook, you're going to see this conversation at some point at the garage hang.
Oh no. Don't let him see this. You are remembered for the wow tattoo.
It's like that stupid tattoo on Google where it's that cat and the belly button's a cat's butthole and the cat's like looking back.
Oh, I've seen that.
Jesus. It's my buddy actually, Jared Tittle, I met down in Missouri. He has a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pushing a lawnmower across his region.
Oh man.
So it looks like he's trimming it all down. It's hilarious. I would never get anything like that personally.
They're still fun to watch though.
Oh yeah, people that get awesome but silly tattoos like that, I admire them. They're fun.
Oh yeah, dude. I do not have the balls for that. I couldn't do it.
No, I went and did a bunch of like Friday the 13th stuff. Like I got some ghost stone. I got like that cat, like the alien ship. But it's just all like little filler, just little $13 tattoos I got. But it kind of just all flows together. Anyway, like that potion with the 13 on it, the little camera, like.
$13 tattoo? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, so on Halloween, like a lot of tattoo artists do like 13, 13 plus 7, make a $20 tip or something. Or whatever.
Man, my first tattoo was a $20 tattoo, and I remember I didn't actually win a contest on JJO.
Oh really?
It won it was like second or third place.
It wasn't the WoW tattoo, right? I think if you won,
No, I bet you that's the tattoo that won.
got a gold plaque and everything.
Man. Oh, jeez. Hey, Morgan, did you ever get the WoW tattoo? I wonder if he'd still get it. But anyway, I got like second place for the worst tattoo. And I remember I got this gift card, like $100 off, going to Ultimate Arts Tattoo.
Oh, cool.
Ended up getting it covered up or whatever, and it looks a hell of a lot better. But man, so have you ever heard of Fear Factory?
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
Who?
Oh no, Fear Factory. I thought you said Fear Factory.
I was about to say what? No.
You got a picture of Joe Rogan tattooed on you.
No.
Fear Factory, yeah.
Yeah, Fear Factory.
What is it?
I'm actually got the.
It's a band, right?
Yeah, it's a band.
Okay, yeah.
So, they had this album that was two Fs facing away from each other, and they kind of like made like this skull and crossbone looking thing, and it was supposed to be all bony and monstrous looking, teeth and shit, but by the time this guy got done with it, it seriously looked like some kind of weird alien that was standing on its hands. It was terrible. And the sad part is it kind of looked like it had a cool spin on it when it first got done, but because the guy just didn't know what the heck he was doing, and he stabbed too far into the skin, so the ink bled, and it just looked all distorted, and yeah, it ended up looking like this alien was standing on its hands. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Well, before I got my black sheep here, it actually was an outline of Wisconsin, and then this was an outline of Missouri. And I'm gonna give my tattoo artist another shout out, Michael Anthony, down at Roscoe at Ambitious Ink. He literally grabbed a marker, 2 different colors, red and yellow, drew a basic design of the all-seeing eye and a beetle.
That was really good, by the way.
No reference, no picture, nothing. He did that all
Freehand.
by hand, yeah, by freehand.
Man.
He covered this up. He still has to redo this. The girl that did it blasted it was way too much black. It just is just.
Yeah, I can't even tell what that is.
It's a. it's a black sheep with a cheese head on it.
Man, I just gotta get close.
Yeah, she tore it up pretty bad. He's got to go through and like add some white and actually add. It's just like a black blob.
Yeah, that's what it looks like with like a sheep's head.
Yeah, I just got the black sheep, and then I had him put an ear of corn next to it to fill in the rest of that Wisconsin gap there. But yeah, it's pretty terrible.
The tattoos of our lives.
I only got a couple bad ones though, so I'm not like too embarrassed by them. But there could be a lot worse.
I really wish I would have gotten my Spider-Man tattoo professionionally done.
Oh hell yeah, that's cool.
But it was dude's first chest tattoo, so it's just kind of, it's not like uneven, but like you can definitely tell like the lines just aren't sharp. They're just kind of like, I don't want to say blobby either, because they're not like blobs. They're just more rounded, I guess, is probably the best way to put it without like putting dude down. Like he still did a pretty good job. It wasn't quite what I wanted.
Right.
So
yeah, been there, done that. Getting tattooed in the kitchen sometimes.
Oh, man, dude, the guy who did my first tattoo, we were sitting in his kitchen, and he fires up this tattoo gun, and he's just like, "You want to hand me that bottle of E&J?" I was like, "The fuck?
Oh god.
Oh no, what am I getting into?" Just takes a big pull off of E&J like right before he fires the gun up, and just like, "All right, let's do this." It's like, please no.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude.
Never good.
Some of these people, you really need a license to grab some of these tattoo guns, because people do not have any business owning them. Like that dude, no business. It's like, oh. Sorry, flashbacks.
Oh, dude, trust me. I have one that actually was my microphone here that says "Music Forever," and the guy who did that was on like 5 Xanax, and he was drilling so hard in my arm that I told him I had to go to the bathroom, and I actually passed out in the bathroom because I was like,
because of the pain, or
yeah, it like put me in my body in shock pretty much.
oh Jesus!
And I woke up, and then it was like 5-6 minutes I was out, and then I went out in the living room, and he was like nodding out, drilling like with the machine in his hand, like. And then a couple days later, it all turned up like all this was like freaking lime green and shit, dude. Like I could have seriously had my arm amputated, potentially, but I took care of it, cleaned it all up, took care of it.
Dude, that's scary.
It was very scary, dude.
Man, that just
very scary.
Man, I had more of a point than I thought. Damn, people really should not own a tattoo gun.
Like now, if I wanted someone to come to my house, or I go to their house and get tattooed by them, like my artist. Mm-hmm. Maybe not. I'm not sure, but more or less, it's going to be in a shop. It's going to be in the shop Michael works at. I'm just. There's different things.
You having flashbacks too now?
Well, yeah. There's like different things floating around the air in different places, and like, I wouldn't want to get tattooed in here.
I think one of the tattoo shops got closed down because there was like an outbreak of Hep B or something.
In town?
Yeah, I think it was. I seriously think one of the tattoo places got shut down because of that.
Do you know which one it is?
Obscure. No, it wasn't obscure.
Yeah,
Tattoo Bob's. It was Tattoo Bob's.
Where were they at?
They were over by
Tattoo
the
Bob's.
old Shopco.
Oh, and that
They were in one of those little strip malls.
The last one on the right there?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the one that...
What's in there now? There's a different tattoo shop in there now.
I don't think there's a tattoo... I know there's one over by the old exclusive company. There's like a little one. And I think the main artist from Tattoo Bob's ended up going over there.
By Mobile?
Yeah. I think it's Mobile, or either that or it's a Clark.
Yeah, right off Milton Avenue there. But yeah, so
that's the one.
That's actually was the old Obscura. Obscura is now downtown by the Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they moved. Yeah, because that's where I actually got my handpiece done, was by Erica over there by Mobile.
I've heard Erica's name. Beetlejuice is another good name. Kimber's
my cousin.
Kimber's your cousin?
Yep,
No shit.
She did most of my left arm and my sleeve.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Kimber that does like all the good horror pieces. Yeah. I was thinking about hitting her up for a Michael Myers tattoo. Kind of want to get one done. I want a lot more tattoos. I just do not have the funding for it. It would be... Oh, darn it, I'm out of soda.
And I'm just about out to, actually.
Oh, man. Oh, well. But yeah, man, tattoos are expensive, and especially, like...
If you want, you can just set the headphones on there, and if you want to grab another one, you're more than welcome to.
You want one?
Yeah, sure, that's cool. I'll take one.
Why not?
It's going to take a second. Evan's going to get up and just grab another soda for him and I. We're just going to be chilling, talking. But yeah.
Oh, man, you drank my old brand.
What?
Highlight.
Oh, that's me. Every once in a while. If anything, it's Ron Diaz and a little bit of cherry Sprite or Pepsi. It just, it's nice to have a drink every once in a while. I did have a really bad problem. Also, being around people that drink all the time did not make it any easier. One day I decided just to wake up and step away from that and them people, because that's all it's ever done. There's nothing outside of it. Like, there's no hanging out, going and getting lunch together, going and throwing axes downtown. There's just none of that that's ever going to happen, because Friday, Saturday, and Sundays are just, let's just have some beers and just drinks and just hang out. And doing that for 6 years gets old.
I was about to say that
routine.
There was a time where that was really cool.
Yeah.
And then like, it just, like, you're just kind of wasting your life at at some point.
Yeah. It's hard to explain.
Because I mean, and
in a way it is.
Yeah, it's, coming from an addict. I mean,
and you said you've been clean for 11. Well,
Almost 11 months. 10
11
months.
So almost a full 365 days. You have
Yep.
not had a sip of alcohol.
Correct. Yep. Yeah, not even. Not even a sip of wine for. Well, I guess New Year's coming up, isn't it? So it wouldn't make any sense. But no, like, not even like accidentally, like you know, because I mean, like, there's a point where, you know, someone just kind of offers you a beer and just. And you don't even think about it, but like, you know, just kind of removing myself from those kinds of social situations, you know, it's been kind of weird, especially after, because like that first those first like 30 between 30 and 90 days, that's, you know, when you really want one, because, you know, you can't have one. So then you're constantly craving it. It's just like, you know, I want what I can't have.
Yeah.
But then once you get past that, then it's just like getting past like the social norms. So like, you know, constantly going to, you know, you go out to eat, and, you know, most people will have a beer with, you know, what they're eating. So like, I know, going to the bar, you know, typically people will, you know, buy you a drink, you know, if they haven't seen you in a while, and just, you know, being like, no, I'm good. Because I mean, I did do a little bit of karaoke work with Shock. Do you know Shock? Mm-mm. Shock Lightner. He's the lead singer of Rockstar.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of Rockstar?
Mm-mm.
No way, man.
Not that I know of.
Huh?
Is that a rock band?
Yeah, they do some pretty killer covers. Really surprised you haven't heard of them. They're probably the biggest local band that I know of.
See, and that's another reason why I like these shows, because I find out so much. So here, let me go on my Apple Music. They on Apple Music? You think they're on Apple?
I know they got Spotify.
All right. What do you saw? Rockstar?
Yeah, Roxtar.
So, Roxtar.
Yeah.
I don't think that's hip hop. I don't think they have Apple Music.
It's possible. But here, I'll show you the logo here.
Oh, wait, is this something like that?
That's them. Yep.
No shit.
Yeah, my dad makes fun of me all the time, but I think he's rhythm guitar now, but at the time he was the bassist. The bassist was actually the one who married me and my soon-to-be ex-wife. So, originally got married by the bassist of Rockstar.
All right.
Yeah, it was a close little family thing. Everyone that kind of hung out with at the back bar, which is Janesville's rave, essentially. So like, you know, that's where all the local music is. Sometimes they'll have some really big name bands. They had Chimera once. They've done Psycho Stick.
There's even been bigger artists than that there. They just had someone not too long ago there.
Brett Michaels.
Smiling Soul, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, they did have them. Yeah.
I mean, they were huge in the freaking 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the bands that were big in the late 90s, early 2000s, that really haven't done anything recently, they've definitely gone to the back bar.
Did you ever listen to Circa Survive? Did you ever know who they were?
Mm-mm.
No? So I found them back in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, you ever heard of Chiodos?
Yes.
Okay. So there's an artist called Anthony Green, and he is the lead singer. He's the lead singer of Circa Survive. And they're a really good band. I have some of their vinyls on in the house.
Oh, you do vinyl?
Yeah, I got like probably 40 or 50 vinyls.
I just got into vinyl like within the past year.
It's so worth it. It's fun. It's like, it's so different than just going and listening to an album on your phone. Like,
Yeah.
You know?
No, I agree.
But you should check out Circa Survive.
Yeah, let me.
Anthony
actually,
Green,
me just,
and then on top of it,
Anthony Green on top.
no. So on top of it,
Oh, okay.
there is a band called The Sound of Animals Fighting, and they have the lead singer of Circa, Anthony Green. And the way I found out about this was I follow Anthony Green on Instagram, and he had like some video for what I thought it was for Circa, and I'm like, dude, this sounds really good for Circa. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So then I go and click on the tag name under it, and it says The Sound of Animals Fighting. I'm like, who the hell is this? So I go on Apple Music. Sure enough, I look it up. Lead singer is Anthony Green. The last album they put out was in 2008, and they just dropped an EP on the 8th of December.
Yeah.
So good.
Huh.
There's a song called Ape Shit, and it's just,
love that.
dude, it's technical guitar, but like it's super cool. It's almost like a bunch of sweeps. You know what a sweep is?
Yeah.
It's just, dude, I almost like want to play just a snippet for you quick just to hear it, because it's freaking insane, dude. Like,
Got a clean voice. And that's not Circa Survive?
no, so that is The Sound of Animals Fighting.
The Sound of Animals Fighting.
Yep, that's the same lead singer as Circa.
Okay.
Circa, God, so good, dude. It's just,
Yeah, it sounds cool.
it just sounds so technical. I love the rhythm of it, the guitar of it.
Yeah. Yep.
It's cool.
Yeah,
I love all types of music, man. I think I got like 18,000 artists on my phone, or like 15,000 or something on my phone.
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
You get to do a review on Spotify at the end of the year. Have you seen that? They have like this yearly review of what you've listened to. There's a song by Caskey. He's a hip hop artist I listen to. I listened to his song 200 Gone Pop 245 times since it dropped, and then I listened to him in total the whole year for 5,011 minutes.
Jesus.
It calculates all that. Like, you listen to like your top 10 artists you listen to, how many times you listen to those top 5 songs.
See, my buddy is like super into Spotify, and he tells me his name is Britton. I don't. You might have met him, Britton Kenner. No,
That doesn't sound familiar.
Anyway, yeah, he was a senior when we were freshmen. But yeah, he tells me all the time that I don't Spotify right. I was like, I don't know how the hell all that works. I look up music that I want to listen to, I add it to my playlist, and then I go. That's all I do.
And actually, I can actually freaking show you on the browse button on Spotify. I mean, on Apple Music. Sorry. Where is it? I think it's down here a little ways. Or I must have passed it.
It's usually how it goes.
Yeah, right here. Oh, wait. I might have already been done with it by now. Probably.
No, in our luck. What's that, Murphy's Law? I think it's Murphy's Law. If it works when it's, or if it's not supposed to work, it won't work. And if it's supposed to work, it won't work when someone else needs it to.
That makes sense.
So basically, when you take it to like a repair guy, and it's just like, hey, can you can you show me what the problem is? They can't show you what the problem is because now it works. Or like, hey, this thing really works, and then you bring it to one of your buddies and just like, nope, now it doesn't work.
God, I'm really trying to...
Man, that was such a big thing in paintball. So, have you ever played paintball?
You know, I really wanted to, but I haven't had the chance to do it.
Bro, it's a blast. I was really big into it during high school.
Sorry, it took me a minute to find it. So
good,
I wanted to. Just wanted to show you this because it's super neat. Okay, so I listened to 5,547 songs. There's that song I listened to 242 times. I listened to No Volume featuring Caskey and Yellow 178 times. Another Caskey song 170 times. Yellow and Shooter Jennings, which is a really good album.
Now, this is on Spotify or is this on Apple Music?
This is on Apple.
Oh, okay.
165 times. And then, like, I listened to 1,800 artists, 1,800 artists I listened to. The top one was Caskey. I listened to him for 5,064 minutes. Yellow Wolf was 4,000 minutes. Coheed and Cambry was 2,800 minutes.
It's crazy. It's crazy when you actually like take that all in one lump sum and then just break it all down. Yeah. But then when you're just kind of like jamming out in the car, it's just like, oh yeah.
Almost 500 albums that stood out to me within 365 days. If you do the math on that, like if you actually do like 5,000 minutes, 5,000 divided by 365, and actually see how many minutes a day in 24 hours that you actually
music, yeah,
it's insane. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, I just had and it actually plays like an actual like replay mix of your top songs from 22
cool.
and
cool.
from other years too. Like every year you've had the service, it pulls up like all your played songs like that you played, and they make a giant playlist out of it.
So like, hey, this is Ben's 2020 top hits playlist or whatever.
And if like I ever want to come out and clean the garage, I could just put that on because I know all the songs are gonna be freaking Because I jump around here and hang out, have fun. Like when I'm cleaning shit, like I'll headbang or like I'll rap or like I'll sing or whatever. You know, it's just being free and being myself. But you know, I'm blessed to have this area, dude. Like you said earlier, a lot of people aren't fortunate to have this, and I'm so glad I have it.
Yeah, dude.
It's awesome.
I mean, like, yeah, we take a lot of things for granted nowadays, and like,
yep,
a lot of people who came up and not down would probably agree. So people who came from like, you know, poorer families or whatever, people who actually had to like work and earn to get the things that they have, now it's just like, man, I'm so fortunate. But then the people that were like gifted those kinds of things are just like, you know, it's just like, oh man, you know, this is garbage. It's just like, this is nicer than anything that I have ever owned in my life.
Right.
Why are you bitching?
Yep.
But I mean, like, we don't look at it that way because we're constantly wanting. Like, we're just constantly wanting more.
Yep.
And better. So perspective is definitely something that we are really lacking. I've noticed.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you or I are lacking in those perspectives. I mean, maybe to an extent.
Just not as much as there are others.
Yeah, like jumping back to social media. I mean, like, you know, people complaining about like, you know, just stupid little things. Like I know one particular person just stands out on my Facebook all the time. There is always a negative post every single day at 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh yeah, my landlady was complaining about this, or oh yeah, my husband did this, or hey, my kid is just not listening to me today. It's just like, is anything that you post gonna be happy?
And then you post something like that on their status, and then it's just like, or whoever's status is, and then they get all butthurt about it.
Oh yeah,
don't come at me like that. You don't know what I'm going through. It's like, if you wake up at 7 o'clock or even 8 o'clock in the morning, and you are already starting to complain and bitch, dude, you need to make a huge change in your life, because the second your eyes open for another day, you have a whole another 12, 14, or how many hours to do whatever you please, to think however you please. And that's where people take their shit for granted because they just assume they're going to wake up the next day. They're going to assume nothing's ever going to happen to them.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to get a disease. You're not going to get in a car accident. Like,
have a blood clot in your leg, and then all of a sudden now your leg is gone.
Dude, exactly. Life is a gamble, and you have to be grateful for everything. And
people don't think that way. People don't.
Yeah.
People don't understand that. I mean, as cheesy as it sounds, life is a gift.
Yep, it is.
Every day, every breath that you take is a gift. You could literally be breathing on a respirator right now, but you're not. You are breathing. Your own lungs are working.
Yep.
So that you can, get up and move around, go to work, make this show.
Yep.
That kind of a thing. And I mean, like, you can tell that you are grateful for that kind of thing. You actually, like, your perspective isn't based solely on the negative. Like, hey, this garage is nice, but like, it's not that big. It could be so much bigger. Like, I want something. It's just how it's trash. Yeah, it takes forever to heat, and it does this and that. But it's just like, no, you're right. This is a good thing because not everybody has this.
Yeah. I'm grateful for everything that I put my socks on, to the sweatshirt I got made, to the microphone that I spent my hard-earned money on to get, that Pokeball hanging on the wall, that camo
Which
jacket.
is pretty badass, by the way. I'm not gonna lie.
I had a buddy make that for me.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I paid him $20 for it.
Oh, for real? Wow.
Yep.
Huh.
But yeah, that's what people just need to realize too, and it's not nothing stupid or no feeling, or you're not less of a man or a woman to be grateful, because anything that you have can get taken away from you just like that. And it doesn't matter if it's going to happen in 5 minutes from now, 5 weeks, 5 days, 5 months, 5 years. It will happen. If you do not have gratitude for it, and you have negative feelings toward things.
Yeah, I mean,
it happens. Trust me.
Negativity breeds negativity.
It does.
I mean,
it's one of the easiest things you could do. It's hard to be positive. It's hard to stay on that positive energy every day. Mm-hmm. You got to feed on your own shit. That's what I do. I feed off my own energy, man. I don't have I say this in every episode. I don't have a street team. I don't have a photography team. I don't have a podcast team to make sure, like, when my camera stops working, for them to push the button. I don't have that.
Yeah.
I do it all on my own.
Yeah.
Self-made. I don't need help.
Yeah, I don't need nobody.
I don't want any help either, to be honest. I appreciate it, but
man, more help just means more problems. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like, oh hey, I've got this person to do this for me, but I still got to double check his work, and I got to make sure he didn't fuck up. And then if he fucks up, then I look like an idiot.
Yeah.
So that's just more stress on you. It's just like, well, if I do it myself, I know it's done right.
Exactly. Yep.
I think that's probably the biggest problem that my dad faces when it comes to, like, him hiring help. I swear, he just wants to do, like, if he could just make clones of himself, he probably would, because it's just like, now I don't even need to worry. It's done right. I know it's done right. You want to know why? Because I did it.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
that'd be, man, I wonder if that would create more problems than it would solve. Clones. All right, now we're getting post-apocalyptic shit, so let's move on from that.
Anything, any topics that you want to bring up or talk about, anything, or anything special that you've been wanting to maybe express or tell anything to the camera, to the people watching? Maybe some advice, something, or
oh man,
really, it's like I said, this is an open discussion. It doesn't have to be forced to talk about anything. Just talk about what we talk about.
Man,
I haven't talked to you in forever, and we've been talking for an hour and almost 15 minutes, and it hasn't been one dull moment. Like I said, it's all been natural. Yeah, hour. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is absolutely nuts.
Yep, it goes by really quick, dude. It really does.
Yeah, especially when especially
when the conversation's flowing too. Like, I only look at that and that just to make sure that's recording and that's still going. And that's the only reason why I look at it. I don't ever really look at the time. I just corner my eye and make sure that red thing is recording on the screen, just to make sure it's recording, because what initially is going on here is the mics are going into this mixer, the sound's going through this cable to the camera in the audio. So when I upload the video to the software, this is already synced up to the video, so I don't have to layer tracks.
Okay.
I just do this to save the audio just in case if I have to.
Oh, okay.
And my dad came up with a really good idea too. just put the recordings up on an app. And there's an app I have called Stereo, and it's like a mini podcast app where you can host your own shows. Like, you could even do it. It's super easy. It's super cool. But I was like, damn, I could put the recordings of the show on there and then get another follower base off of it.
Yeah.
And do it that way too. And then YouTube just have it for the video.
Yeah. Yeah, have people listening to it on their phones while they're going into work or whatever.
Yeah, because my dad's like, I'm not big on video. You know, I like to listen because I'm at work.
Yeah, podcasts. You know? I know some people really dig the video just because they like seeing facial expressions and whatnot. But then a lot of people are just like they just like listening to the conversation. Yeah. Like, you know, like AM radio, which basically that's all it is anyway. Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's really smart. Yeah.
Stereo is pretty cool too. Bopper too. I don't know if you have ever heard of it. It's that thing I post about on Facebook all the time. It's this little thing right here. So it's pretty much just like a little thing you stick on the back of your phone. That's actually my buddy Chief's. Shout out 608 Trace.
Is that a tag?
Yeah. So what you do is you grab your phone and you bop it. And when you bop it,
what about pulls. Twisting and pulling?
That's a good one. Haven't heard that one yet. But like when you say you bop my phone, like this is what it would look like. It has all my social media on it and everything. So like if you scroll down, you'll see that app for Stereo. And pretty much it's just like a podcast. My friend Pro Pittman, shout out Pro Pittman, he does a Men's Mental Health Monday on that Stereo. And what's really cool is that if you create an account and follow him, when he does that Men's Mental Health Monday, you could actually send like voice messages down in the bottom of like, hey, there was this time where something happened to me, so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so. And you send him the message, and then he goes over the message and says, hey, maybe this might help you get past it. You know, it's really freaking cool, dude. Love it.
Yeah. Well, so, like, just offering perspective.
Shout out Matt Nemitz, too, Tim Champion, and Jarek Hakeem. You guys are awesome for creating Bopper. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, so if I were to bop this while I have the Bopper app, if I bopped this with my phone, it would take me to your page.
So what happens is when you bop my phone, it actually opens up an internet tab.
Okay.
So it opens up an internet tab, and then from there you go and scroll on what you want to go and look at, follow, or, you know, really it's an awesome tool because you could be walking down the street, say I have a camera in my hand, and you say, wow, you know, I really want to get photos done. You do photos? Yeah, here. You got a phone, and then you just pull your phone out and you bop it. It's exactly what it is, because 9 times out of 10.
But I mean, now it's got like everything on here instead of just, hey, this is my email address, this is my phone number.
Yep. So the only way that Bopper would work for you is if you actually went and downloaded the app, created a profile like this, get all your links to everything, and you wouldn't have to have people using your business cards for trash, for whatever. Like 9 times out of 10, mine always got thrown in the trash, and I've seen them in the trash. I've seen them on the ground. So
I know how that works.
With this, I have this tag, and I've decided to make it a fashion statement. So what I did is,
it's cool.
I have 10 different cell phone cases with 10 different Bopper tags on it, because every day or certain days I wake up, I figure out what tag I want to be or how I feel. Like I have a gold one with like gold stars in it. I have a couple other ones. But like this is Trace's Kid Super. Kid Super, shout out Kid Super, by the way, again. He is from Beloit. He made a clothing company, and he's huge now. He has hip-hop artists, actors, actresses, NFL players, people that buy his clothing. And that's just like a Kid Super character of Trace, pretty much. It's just,
cool.
Yeah, so pretty cool how all this, and actually too, it's like you got a regular profile, and then you got your business. So like my Dynami, this company, I have my Facebook there, my Instagram there for that. I have all my emails set up, and then there's that Stereo. I have FaceTime call. If you want to FaceTime call me, you can add my Snapchat.
Now, how is Instagram nowadays anyway? I've been on Instagram like 5 times in my entire life. People are just making it sound like Elon Musk just turned it into a hellhole. Like, just what's it like now versus 2 years ago?
I mean, really, Instagram, I love the platform. I'm just not on it as much anymore because I'm pursuing other things.
Yeah.
Like I almost got 7,000 followers, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, but I mean, like
but it's not bad. I follow. It really just depends on who you follow. Like, I follow a lot of spiritual people. I follow a lot of artists. Like, there's very few people that I follow that aren't creative or doing something. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very picky because, like, when you go on Instagram, you have, like, everyone's stories up here that you're friends with, that you follow and shit, and you look at their stuff. But I literally just post and ghost, bro, on everything. I post, and then I get right out of it and ghost.
Yeah, so...
I don't like scrolling. It's just...
Yeah, so as a casual viewer, it really hasn't changed for you.
Not really, no.
Okay. All right, cool. No. I was just kind of curious.
Yeah.
Well, because like the way that I've been looking at it is like so many people are complaining about how Elon Musk is running the platform now, and it's just like, how is that really affecting you though? Like,
I didn't even know he was running it. I thought he was just running Twitter.
Or I'm
He could be running Instagram though, because
Twitter.
Oh wait, no, Mark Zuckerberg runs freaking Instagram because he owns Facebook Meta and then freaking.
I don't.
Yeah, see, I listened to a podcast not too long ago with him on it, and he was saying that it's Instagram and Facebook are the same thing.
It's a platform. I mean, you're there to like socialize with other people. You're not socializing with the person who created the platform. So it's just like, why does this make any kind of a difference to you?
Well, the beautiful thing about Instagram too is, like, for me, I'm a photographer, so like when I post a photo of something, I use all the hashtags that one have like 3 to 4 or 5 million, 0.9 million, people looking at it hashtagged, and you just never know when someone's looking at something, because that's the whole point of hashtags. Is like when you put a hashtag on a photo, multiple hashtags, there are people that work for photography companies, outdoor companies, anything pretty much, that monitor these hashtags.
Yeah,
and when they see something, so when they see, oh wow, that Chief Hammer guy just got 900 hits on a photo, and that photo is really nice.
This tag is trending.
Boom.
Okay.
And that's how you get, like, dude, there was one night I woke up with, like, I posted 2 pictures in Hayward of, like, the galaxy and shit in the Milky Way and all that. Like, the stars and all that shit. It's awesome. I woke up to both those pictures almost getting 400 views, like 400 likes.
Man, that's
between
nuts.
2 photos. It was like 250 and then like 250 for another one, 230 or whatever. And when I opened up my phone, I scrolled for literally 11 minutes on notifications because of how many people liked and followed me that night. I gained 250 followers overnight.
Man, I get
over
excited.
2 photos. Like, that was insane.
I get excited over like 20 likes on a Facebook post.
I do too. I do too.
It's just like, oh hey, suicide awareness kind of a thing. That got 20 likes and it just made me feel absolutely ecstatic. It's just like, okay, people actually care about mental health. Just 20 likes alone was enough to brighten my day.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine 200. My jaw would probably hit the floor.
Dude, I mean, just my YouTube videos, like 2 weeks in. I mean, not 2 weeks in, just about a month in, and every time I go and look at me and Amber's views on the first episode, I'm... 282, so I'm almost at 300 views in 3 weeks. That's 100 views a week. That's awesome. And I've never put anything up on YouTube my entire life.
I can tell you from experience that is more likes than I will probably ever get. I do a little bit of gaming, like for Twitch and for YouTube, and I think the most that I've ever gotten is probably 30 views.
Do you like when you do your videos? You describe, like, do you use hashtags to describe what you're doing?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so like here, I kind of show you a little description of what I do because
this YouTube crash course.
This helps a little bit. Okay, I haven't uploaded this one yet, but I'm just gonna pause it quick. Okay, so like in the beginning, it says Chief Heimer and Camo James episode 5. We discuss being photographers and videographers, and then if you look down here. You can hold it if you want so you can read it. It's pretty much just, I wrote a paragraph, and your first 3 hashtags you use are the most important because when people click on your video, they go and click on those, and that's how people find you. That's how people find your videos and shit like that. Because like you go on YouTube and type in podcast, or you type in happy days or whatever the ones I use down here.
Yeah.
Hangout, life, the universe. There's always people talking about the universe.
Yeah.
You go and click on the universe, look at all this shit that pops up.
Oh.
You know, and that's just from the hashtag. So maybe when you're streaming like that on YouTube or doing something like that on YouTube, do a little bit of a story. Said, today I woke up and decided to hop on hashtag Twitch and play some games. Twitch, that's going to have a shit ton of hashtag marks. Like, because there's people looking at that stuff. Like, it's weird enough to say that there's people pulling hashtags and looking at them, and normal people like you and I, and that's how people are found.
Okay.
It's crazy. Like,
yeah, it's kind of wild.
It's just on Instagram. It's like,
no, I thought all you had to do was just like you had to have a steady following of like Facebook followers or whatever, and you just had to like share to Facebook and Instagram.
See, and now after you know this, something might happen and change with your profile now, because now you know what to do. If you use those hashtags and use social media just a little bit more, even hashtags on Facebook, because people will click on that. Like, there's someone looking at camo or hunting and fishing, or it's weird how it is, but it is. I mean, I don't surf hashtags. Like, I'm not on Instagram typing in like portrait photography or like video games or anything like that. But there are people that are, and that's how I think that's how it works. I think. I'm pretty sure it's how it works. Well, it sounds about right.
I think you've got a better grasp on it, considering you've literally got 10 times as many views as I do. So probably know a little bit more than I.
And see, the crazy thing is too, the first video I put of me and Amber up there, I didn't put it on Facebook for like 4 or 5 days. I got like 100 natural views off of YouTube just from those.
Oh, just on YouTube.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was insane. Like, I didn't know to put hashtags or nothing. So then I decided, like,
now it's clicking.
I wonder what that noise is.
I don't know. Is it the heater?
I wonder if it's raining.
Oh, it was raining earlier, wasn't it?
I bet that's what that sound is.
Well, good thing I got my windows closed.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. I don't know. Yeah, my buddy makes it sound so easy, and it's just like, man, do I really just need to use hashtags? Yeah. Is that seriously the secret of social media? Hashtags?
Yeah, because it's wild enough that, like, I have people that follow me all over the world on Instagram.
That's
photographers
nuts.
that are in Ireland, Sweden, Iceland, Australia, because at some certain point, I posted a photo, and they were looking at that fucking hashtag. Like, I don't get it. I really just don't understand it. And I'm blessed by it. I'm happy because, like, you know, and most of the time that those people that are following me, they have a little bit lower following than I do. They even have messages from me, dude, sometimes, like, your profile's great. You're a great artist. And it's like, I only have
really? I think I'm shit.
I've been told I've been shit my whole life. I ain't been good at nothing.
How dare you compliment me?
But yeah, it's neat, and especially having Instagram too, because not everyone knows me. Not everyone knows who I am, and what they see is Chiefheimer Visions. They see what I'm about when I post.
They see your brand.
Yeah, they see my brand. They never went to school with me. They don't know anything. So, like, when I get compliments from these people all over the world, I know I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I know I'm doing the right thing. It's good. It's positive. But it's just someone that doesn't even know me that goes out of their way to say, even to message me.
Yeah.
Just to message me and say, dude, you have a great profile. Keep it up. And it's like, it took a while to get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took quite a while to get to that point, dude, of freaking having that many followers, dude.
Man, maybe I just need to keep it up. Dang.
Yeah, I've been leaning back about taking photos just because I've talked about it in a couple of episodes, but just been burnt out of the years of doing it for money and doing it for everybody else and not myself. And
well, because I was watching one of your videos and you were mentioning, like, hey, I went and saw this band or whatever. You said that you spent the entire show doing photography, and like you took all these awesome pictures, but like you didn't see the show. Like you didn't get to enjoy the show. It's just like, man, that's gotta suck, because you know when you're in work mode, you don't get to enjoy like these events that you're going to, which are, you know, to a regular person would be really freaking awesome to do.
Yeah.
But then you can't take time to enjoy yourself. You're working.
Yeah.
So
But
I can see
there-
why that would burn anybody out.
You know, concert photography is not too bad. I don't mind that. It's the weddings, it's the senior photos, it's the family photos. Because you're just getting pulled all over the place, and it doesn't make me happy. It makes me happy my results doing it for the people because it makes them happy seeing good results. But generally, as an artist, I don't want to follow in that direction of being a photographer like that. I want to step outside the box. I want to do stuff like this. I want to make my own designs. I want to do stuff like that creatively to make me happy.
Yeah.
And that's why when I found out that I've been making everybody else happy for the first 20 years of doing it, the next 20 are going to be all about me.
Yeah.
And how I become more of a developed artist, not just a basic photographer doing basic shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm not basic.
Well, I mean, that just kind of goes back to, you know, doing stuff that makes you happy. You know, hey, you get your regular job that'll put, you know, bread on the table,
Right.
and support your hobbies. But then, like, once you can actually support the shit that makes you happy and can make it profitable, do that.
Like I was telling you, dude, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's all it takes. Every
I mean,
3 months, you can get paychecks.
If you can do it, man, shit. I mean, I believe in you.
Anyone can, you know? Yeah, realistically, Chief, he's doing it. He gets music checks cut from Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and I know he makes a decent amount of money on it. I know he does, because I know his views on some of his videos are 30, 50K.
I just recently heard about somebody who he didn't go to school with us, but he would have been like in our age group. His name was Josh Henry. He actually just lost his battle to depression not too horribly long ago. But I mean, like, he got signed by Yeti, and like
Wait, yeah, is that dude that just passed away?
yeah.
Yeah, what the hell? He was like big with the Mid City Kid.
Yeah. So he was this kid who came.
What happened? I didn't get a chance to meet him.
So I don't know all the details because I mean we really lost touch. He worked for my dad for a little bit out at the paintball field, and I mean you could definitely tell he came kind of from like a broken home kind of a situation.
Yeah.
But like I remember being so happy when he was like, dude, I just got a sponsorship from Yeti. This is how much I'm making from like every video that I'm doing. And you know, just he was one of those kids who came from nothing and then just got somewhere, and he still managed to lose his battle with depression. So when I found out about his passing, it's like, man, no one is safe from. I mean, you're never safe from your own head.
Yeah. Your mind's like one of the dangerous things you have to keep a battle with, man. It's nuts. It's really undescribable, to be honest. It's hard to like actually go out and be like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know how to really explain it. I don't know. It's weird enough to say it, but the best way for me to not be in that position is to get myself immediately right out of it, and it's called redirecting. Redirecting yourself from whatever you're feeling right now to something else. And that's even if I'm having a bad day because a nail got in my tire, I'm still going to take a step back and realize I have a new car and I'm now paying for it. A payment, something I've never done in my entire life. So it's not that something bad happened, it's still that I have it and it's good. And it's redirecting me, and I know that if I go back to that feeling of it, then I will be stuck back in that feeling, and I don't want to go back. So redirecting, for anyone that needs help with that, when you're depressed or you have a bad thought, negative thought, just redirect yourself. Go get a glass of water, go pick up a pencil for a minute and draw some flowers, or pick up a video game controller, go for a walk, go see life outside of just what you're dealing with right now, because it's helped me tremendously, redirecting.
And as someone who has struggled with depression, I don't know if you're in the same boat.
Honestly, I probably have, and I don't even know it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even know it.
Probably don't even know it because
Yeah.
I'm so good at helping myself get out of it, and I'm not so dependent on staying there. Because I don't want to stay there. It's just, there's no point of staying there. I gotta keep putting that foot in front of me, creating that energy to keep going.
Yeah, see, those kinds of people, I think they find a lot easier time with overcoming depression. But the people that just dwell, the ones that can't really seem to get past themselves in that aspect, I think they struggle, especially just because once they start that thought process, it just snowballs until all of a sudden they're at the bottom of a river.
Right.
So, hey, like a quick thought turns into, okay, now I've got these cement blocks, I'm going to drop them now.
Right.
So,
and then they think society thinks that they're fucked up because of how they think and how they are, which is not the truth. That's not true at all. You are who you are, and there's a reason why you're thinking them thoughts. And don't ever let anyone say that you can't think those thoughts or be that way, because there's a reason why it's happening.
yeah, I mean, you
You
definitely...
just got to figure out why
so,
or how.
And it's typically the people that don't understand these things that are trying to give this kind of advice, like, why don't you just do this? Like, hey, just, when you're feeling sad, just stop it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I never thought of that before. Yeah, don't you think I've tried that?
Yeah.
But the people who understand that, it's just like, okay, they'll go over stuff that helped them. Like, oh, hey, I find when I'm feeling depressed, I go for a ride on my bike. Or I talk to one of my buddies, we go over to his garage, we smoke a little bit, and then we start working on cars. That kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. But then people who don't understand, it's just like, oh, it's simple. You just find something to smile about, and that's just all you need to do, right? It's like, no, you need something more with that. The case is true with alcoholics, I've noticed too, and that's probably why there's such a kinship with AA. I thought AA was really stupid when I first went to it, because it was just a bunch of, you need Jesus to stay sober.
Yeah.
And I didn't vibe with that in the slightest.
Yeah.
So I ended up staying clean for 6 months, and I went back out drinking and calling it good. Like, oh, I'm better, I'm cured. And then I get back to the tables, and it's just like, no, you don't need Jesus to stay sober. You just need to find something to believe in that's bigger than yourself.
Yep.
And you need to talk to other alcoholics and see what worked for them. So that's just learning how to overcome my own demons has been the biggest journey of my life. And overcoming this need to pick up a bottle has been very eye-opening, because I mean, it was like my go-to for everything. I'm happy, let's get a drink. I'm sad, let's go get a drink. Angry, let's go get a drink. And it's so normalized by society that we don't even bat an eyelash when someone's depression drinking, or angry drinking, or happy drinking. It's just like, probably shouldn't drink when you're upset. It's probably not a good idea. It's like, no, I just got broken up with. Let's go drink our problems away. And we laugh about it.
Yeah.
We really laugh about it. Mm-hmm. Like, no, that's not healthy. I mean, realistically, drinking in general is not healthy. Because I mean, just the way that our bodies process alcohol, it kills us. But that just kind of went back to the point where we were talking about how they just want us dumb and fat.
Pretty much.
Biggest conspiracy I ever came up with is just like, they just want us stupid, they want us fat, and they're gonna sell us to the aliens so they will eat us. The government's gonna sell you to the aliens, and then they're gonna eat you. Man, I will never hear the end of that. I guarantee it. But, I mean, realistically, is it really the most far-fetched thing that you've heard? The government's just trying to make us fat and stupid so that they can sell us to the aliens and they'll eat us?
Well, I will say this. They did a good job of doing the COVID-19 vaccines because now half them people are owned by a corporation.
Oh,
because their DNA's altered. And go ahead and call me crazy and call me stupid for that too. Anybody else that's gonna watch, because facts are there.
Yeah, no, dude.
That shot is meant to alter your DNA over time, plain and simple.
I haven't done research on that, but I know
should.
people are not this. I didn't get the vaccine.
I didn't get it either.
No,
I'll keep getting sick and get rid of it by drinking mushroom tea and being healthy and.
Mushroom tea.
Yeah, so it's called chaga mushroom tea. It's you can get it in like flakes, or you can get it in a rock, and it's like a brown rock. What you do is you get a pan, put it in full of water on the stove.
The minute that you tell me to put it on a spoon and take a lighter to it, I'm probably gonna tune it out.
So it's definitely not anywhere not like that, but you just throw this rock in the pan, boil it for a little while until it turns black. And initially, chaga tea helps rebuild neurons in your brain. It helps prevent cancers in men and women. And it also helps you lose weight. And there's like 4 or 5 other things, but those are like the 3 main things that help stick with me with it. But when you drink it, I usually do a cup warm. I slam it, and then I slam another one down, and it just feel like I just got a whole like burst of energy, like good healthy energy. Like, okay, let's do it.
A lot of these like.
But you should look into it. It's really good for your body, dude. Like, it's really good for your mind, body, and soul too. It's good shit. But if you drink enough of it, you could potentially like hallucinate on it. But that's why, like, if you drink like what I do, I'm tripping, man. There's like, I drink 2 cups of it at a time when I do it. Someday I make it last me all day if I'm at work in my thermos, or like when I'm at home, I'll just bam.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
There's some you can go on Google, or they even have it on Amazon too.
I'm trying to find. So my sponsor, he made me try this tea, and it had like all these natural ingredients in it, and I tell you what, first I thought that I was gonna throw up for how spicy it was, but then I thought I was gonna throw up, and then I started crying, and then like I just was uncontrollably drooling, but then I felt like $1,000,000 afterwards. It was nuts. It was, I don't know what it's called. They just kind of sent me the ingredients. Oops. But it's a cup of warm water, raw honey, apple cider vinegar, garlic, lemon juice, cayenne pepper, and turmeric. I felt like shit was just leaking out of my pores. Like, I think it was like some kind of a palate cleanser. And I think that's what the apple cider vinegar is supposed to be for.
And you drank it?
Yeah, I drank it. Like, it was...
You should send me that.
Yeah, I got you.
When you get a chance.
Yeah, I got you.
Or if you want to do it right now, you can go ahead and do it right now.
Yeah, sure. Save. There you are. Look at that.
Big stretch.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like I said, I cried. I drooled, and I was sweating just profusely. And then the next day, like, I was shitting my brains out all day, but like I felt like $1,000,000 afterwards. It was insane. Definitely. But like, I kind of got a little off track there, but like, it's insane, like some of these natural remedies that you can concoct, and that will get you through like just some of the worst sicknesses and ailments that you've ever had.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, do we really need all this sciencey bullshit? Like, do we really need all these antibiotics and drugs?
It's just all big pharma making money.
That's
all it is. War on drugs. But it's crazy. I can't remember exactly how much Amber pays, but side note on that, she's made her own detergent,
I have heard that costs about the same as buying detergent.
It lasts us almost a year. It lasts
No
us
shit.
the 6 months that she makes it. She wants to do it twice a year, and it lasts 6 months.
Oh wow.
The container she has that she makes and spends some money on it, dude. She says it's a lot better, and it actually cleans the clothes a lot better too than all that other shit from the store. Which, go figure.
Mostly water anyway.
Yeah, it's trash anyway.
Yeah. and like, I remember doing like, I call it the dark side of YouTube because like I'll just kind of like let YouTube play, and then all of a sudden we'll be talking about like. The funniest one was when I heard Alex Jones and Phil Labonte. Do you know the lead singer of All That Remains? His name is Phil Labonte.
Yeah.
So think of the lead singer of All That Remains. All I hear is those two talking back and forth. It's just like, this guy sounds familiar. This guy sounds kind of familiar. And all I hear is, they're making the frogs gay! I was like, what the fuck was all that about? So I rewound and watched the whole thing, and it was hilarious. But like, another time that I went down the dark side of YouTube, they were talking about like how most of the plastic that we try to recycle isn't even recycled. And
Go
like,
figure.
and like most of the recycled plastics that we are purchasing is just giving these companies more money to, harvest more plastic and to, just pollute the planet. It's just like, wow, this is really some crooked shit. And it's all about the bottom dollar. It's just like, we literally kill the planet just so we can make a buck.
Yep.
It's nuts.
So glad
It's depressing.
Yeah, and that's why, like I said, I stay clear of that shit. I just stay clear of all of it, and I just do what's positive for me to keep going, because there's one day I'm going to die, and there's one day I'll get reborn.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time and when. It's from the beginning to the end. What all matters in between is to get you here from here.
Yeah.
You get to enjoy it all.
And like...
Talked about that too, like 3 times already in like different episodes.
At least you're consistent.
Yeah, so people don't forget.
Yeah, right. Gotta tell them 3, 4 more times.
Sometimes you just have to.
Yeah, it's nuts when you think about it, because like I did a little. My buddy and I were talking. I mentioned him earlier. Shock. He was mentioning that you really don't make a difference, like, to the world. So, like, you really are, you're not even a blip on the world's radar by, trying to recycle things, trying to, make the world a better place. Whatever you're trying to do, it's not going to make a difference if you do it from the day you're born till the day you die. You will not make the planet better. And it was like, that is seriously sad.
It is.
It's like, oh yeah, one person can make a difference. Literally, it does not. So, what do? Well, work on you, bro. Work on you.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know about that.
No, they don't. They obsess over these things that will... it won't make them happy. It makes them angrier.
If anything, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these activist types are very angry, in my opinion. But I mean, it makes them angrier. It doesn't make a difference. So why are we remming and raving on Facebook about how you need to stop using plastic straws?
Are metal ones any better? If you fall down the stairs and you're drinking a metal straw, it can come out of the cup and stab you right in the freaking eye and you die. That's actually a true... There is actually a story about that. There was a woman that was walking down her stairs, tripped,
and died.
And a straw went right up her freaking eye.
Oh, Jesus.
Right into her dome piece.
Wouldn't it happen with a plastic straw?
It wouldn't have.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not giving you a black eye.
Yeah,
just kidding. From force. Bam. So even getting like poked in the eye by your finger sometimes, just like, oh god, it just excessively hurts. It's annoying getting poked in the eye.
Dude, not.
How long do you want to talk by chance, dude?
Oh, I don't care,
just
man.
Curious.
I don't care.
It don't bother me either. I mean, I got unlimited battery life now, and that's the only thing that's going to stop me is the space on my memory card, which I have no idea how big the space is. So
3 hours later,
dude, it was funny. It's so funny you say that because I was playing. God damn it! What's a goddamn game called for PS4? It's You're the cowboy. You're a cowboy. It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, Red Dead.
Yeah, Red Dead. I'm playing that. And after I did a mission, it was like a couple hours later, and I look at Amber because she works in the spare room, and I was playing the PlayStation. And I was like, 4 hours later. And she didn't notice it, but I was dying laughing. I'm like, yeah, dude. Same thing. 4 hours later. That game's pretty fun. I just tapped into that game for the first time. It's not bad.
I never really got big into the Grand Theft Auto games. I know my buddy Patrick plays
I didn't either.
Religiously.
I just got on there and got the cheats, drove around, fucking jumped off of buildings, parachuted.
Oh, that's what I did.
I very rarely played the game. I just didn't feel like playing the game.
Yeah, like, some people are so into that story. Like, like I remember somebody talking about, oh hey, the new Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming out. It's just like, oh cool. Okay, that was 4 was years ago. I mean, it's the same game, right? It's just like, oh no, this dude died in the last one, and this person is the one taking over the story now. It's just like, there's a story.
Jeez. Do you play video games?
Oh hell yeah, dude! I used to. I
figured you did.
My first job away from my dad was GameStop.
Yeah, you used to work in the mall.
Yeah. I was known as GameStop guy for the longest time. Even when I was playing paintball, I would wear my GameStop shirt, and people would literally just be like, "No, it's the GameStop guy," or like, "Oh, go get the GameStop guy. GameStop guy is going for the 50." Man, maybe I should bring that name back, GameStop guy.
You know what's funny is now that I know how to mess around with this editing software for DaVinci, so one of my friends, Adam, was over here, and I call him Catfish because he catches a shit ton of catfish, and it fits him because he's a country boy. He wears camo all the time, head to toe camo, pretty cool guy, he's fun. But I, under his seat on the video, like where the seat is now, I had like a little caption that says AKA Catfish, and it just popped up and then went away. So I think I'm going to start doing that for everyone's names.
Oh,
but okay. I don't know if I should because I want to keep it raw. I want to keep it raw and nice and just have an intro, the film, and then the outro. Like, I don't want to have a bunch of stuff like high five and then like it's like all like cartoony or like add effects to it. Like, that's just, I feel like that's not raw content, and I don't want to add shit like that to it.
Well, I mean, as long as you don't plan it, as long as that reaction is just genuine,
right?
Like just a random, like, hey, dude, let's high five, and then all of a sudden you just add a bunch of fireworks to it. Like doing that like for an episode just for like a zinger, that'd be cool. But like, it's when you start making it like, okay, now it's the end of the video, it's time for us to high five. Okay, we're ready. 1, 2, 3. Sparks.
Right.
Okay, video's done. All right, bye. Let's go home, everybody. Good night.
Yeah, I was thinking about just putting my name, underneath underneath me, and then like the other person's name next to it, just in case if they don't hear it on this, when we say, hey, welcome to Garage Settings, this is Chiefheimer, and it just has it there, so like the name is justified there. You know what I mean? Like, I think it'd be kind of cool, like different text, different color, different like effects, like
So like if you put like a little slide. You could, just write it in like Sharpie, like, hey, when I address you, like, hey, what do you want to be known as? Like, do you want me to use your gamer tag? Do you want me to use like your nickname from high school? Do you want me to use your mother's maiden name? But yeah, doing something like that, that you can just write in Sharpie, and then just have like a couple of strips of construction paper, and then like hey, just let me fill out your name right here, and then just done.
Yeah,
and then it just swaps out at the at the end of the show. Yeah, I think that's I think that would be genuine enough that it wouldn't be like scripted or whatever.
Yeah, and it's not like because initially he just said his name like it's Adam, but I was like, oh, I wonder if I could just add your nickname in there because for the most part I call him Catfish. Like, I wish he would have said Catfish. But he didn't, so that's when I was like, oh, AKA, it's AKA Catfish, like, you know what I mean?
Wait till you get a guest on that you're just like trying to hint them to like say something, and then they're just not picking it up. That'd be absolutely hilarious. It's just like, hey, Adam, why don't you talk about that time that you catfished that one person from high school? And then it's just like, I never catfished anybody, bro. It's like, oh, you never had any weird nicknames? what about like all the catfish you used to catch? And it's just like, I really didn't catch all that many catfish. It's just like, bro, just say the fucking name.
That's funny as hell. I was actually going to pull up the video with actually Adam in it so I could show you the kind of cool effect on it. It'd be the like third person to see this video, so it's pretty cool.
Ooh, exclusive content.
Yeah, most of my friends that come over here are usually over here watching me work and just sit here watching me do it and enjoy it. Most of the time, it's.
I figured I needed to be subscribed to your OnlyFans to see exclusive content.
Yeah, I've actually thought about making an OnlyFans for like doing photo work and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying, or like being positive, like positive.
Watch me in the dark room.
Man,
you just gotta have like the dirtiest like video titles, and then it's just you working on photography stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, who was that really popular? She was like I don't know if she was like YouTube or Instagram famous, whatever. The one who sold the bathwater.
Oh, I have no idea.
She sold bathwater to a bunch of gamer nerds, and yeah, it was. Anyway, she was like this personality icon, whatever. And god damn it, where was I going with that?
It happens.
Yeah, us getting sidetracked. Yeah, but the oh, now I remember. So she said that if she gets X amount of followers, she would create a Pornhub account. So she made this Pornhub account, and she made like just the nastiest titles for the video, but it was seriously her just like folding laundry.
That's clever. It's a good idea. So this is what I was talking about adding.
I see the camo. AKA catfish. Okay.
Once the video gets rendered, it won't be so slow how it's processing like that. But you literally can. It's crazy.
Yeah, if you want to do something like that for your guests, I mean that's after the video has been made anyway.
Right. Yeah, this is like the final processing. Like I went through and did color grading on this, so it changes the color and all that stuff. But you got all these different sample texts that you can put. You know, like these are all like preset samples that you can put names and shit on. You know, like it's just really neat. And then you got transitions, you got effects. Like check this out. This is pretty cool. Binocular effect. This is my favorite though by far. It's an old DSLR camera running. Or no, which one is it? No, it's this one. Video,
oh yeah, that one's cool.
The old school video camera, like it's just like it's live, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, I thought about adding stuff like that, but
or like a home video, yeah, that kind of thing. I don't want to ruin it.
You know what I mean? Because this is all natural and raw. It's just, there's nothing like, it's straight to the point. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah, just jump right into it, and yeah. No, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I mean, like going crazy with the editing, I don't think that's gonna defeat the raw feel to the genuine conversation.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this is just kind of on top of it. This is just kind of like this is sprinkles. This is.
It really is.
Yeah.
The outside rain, sprinkles.
Oh yeah. We don't need effects. We've got the weather.
My goodness, my heart stopped for a second. I don't want to spill. I have to clean up a mess.
Yeah. Right. Dude, my buddy was talking about how like kids have just been little shitheads lately, and
they got no manners.
No, they got none. So like, I mean, I taught my kids manners like at an early age. So, like, but like I'm still constantly hounding them. Like, you know, okay, what do we say when somebody gives you, you know, when you want someone? So like, you know, hey, I want a soda.
I mean, it keeps going for like 30 minutes and then it turns off.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why it keeps doing it.
I don't know either. Yeah,
it's kind of annoying.
You would know more than I.
But at least it's not turning off. My camera battery's on. Now I'm just having a problem with it staying recording.
I am not the one to ask.
It's always something. It's always something with this. I mean, 2 hours, dude. It's not. That's the longest conversation I've had yet.
Ah, all right. New record.
Yep.
Yeah,
I like the long conversations. I think 30 minutes is just too
short.
Too short, and an hour's like still too short, because initially people like you and I have so much to talk about because we don't talk about it.
Yeah.
We don't have anyone to talk to. And this is why, another reason why I started this show, was to talk, to have opinions on things, thoughts on things. Like, if you have a question for me, like, hey, what made you want to get into art? We could go on a whole story about that. Then you would learn, and everyone else would learn.
Well, yeah, you and I learned today, just based on this, based on this conversation. I learned about a band. You learned about a band. Technically, I learned about two bands, but one of the same lead singer. I don't know if I count that. Yeah, I might not. Depends on how good that second song is.
Second song.
The first song that you showed me, and then the other band.
Circa. You gotta listen to Circa stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So listen to Circa, or listen to that one song that you showed me that was pretty good. Yeah. And then listening to Circa, and if Circa is as good as that song that you showed me, then I'll consider two separate bands.
Circa's amazing. Circa Survive is such a good band. They're awesome. The Anthony Green's lyrics are awesome. They're gnarly. They're pure, and he sings about the best shit, like damaging, heartbreaking, like crazy shit.
Man,
it's good though, because it helps me heal. Like, are you a fan of Jelly Roll?
Jelly Roll?
Jelly Roll, have you heard of him?
Yeah, I've heard of Jelly Roll.
Yeah, have you listened to any of his newer country rock stuff?
Oh no,
dude, a lot of it's put me in tears, man.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, there's a song called "Son of a Sinner," and there's a part in the song where he said, "Trying to find new ways so I can get gone." Like, he's trying to figure out new ways to get gone, like away from here.
Yeah.
It's such a that couple of songs on that album are really freaking sad, but they're motivating because I used to be at that point, and he still battles it very bad. Like, he's very bad into alcohol. I don't know if he does any drugs anymore or not, but his music is therapeutic. I've been out here drinking till 2 or 3, crying, listening to his music, because I can relate so much.
Yeah.
That not personally with everything, but just enough to where it makes me not want to go back and be that person like he talks about in his songs.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I love hearing those tough times kind of albums, just because you can tell that that was them getting over something, or them genuinely just wanting to talk about something, wanting to get that off their chest. So do you remember Taproot?
Yep.
They had their popular songs on JJO, but then I was really having a craving for one particular song that was on the radio. It's just oh yeah, this totally put me in the mood for that song. And then I just kind of let Spotify play. I was like, man, this song is really good. And then I went back and I found the album. It's just holy shit, this album is raw. So man, it was talking about friendships, and about how you'd go to the ends of the earth for some friends, and they wouldn't even piss your flames out, if you were on fire.
Yep.
So those kinds of albums that hit hard, those are the kinds that I like.
Yep. You like Coheed and Cambria at all?
I do like a little bit of Coheed and Cambria. I haven't checked them out in quite some time, but I mean, you should. And I like all music. You
should listen to their newer album. You will relate. I guarantee you. There's a
Coheed and Cambria.
Oh, dude, there's a song. What the fuck's the name of it? It's so good, dude. I listened. Well, you could tell it was in my top 5 artists that I listened to over the year. It was just. It's super good, dude. I love therapeutic music, dude. That freaking
man.
The Love Murder One, and then the Liars Club. Have you heard the Liars Club on JJO?
No, I remember.
Do you listen to JJO or not the radio too much anymore?
Not too much anymore.
I don't either.
So, I don't know if you ever fell into getting judged for your music or whatever, But like I hung out with like some of the metal kids, and you know, you were basically judged about like how heavy of artists that you listened to. So like if you were listening to like some light stuff, they were just like, oh, you're such a pussy.
Oh yeah.
And like I got turned off to so many bands. So basically, if the band was popular, you could not like it. Like that was just kind of the toxicity that surrounded me. Like, you know, oh, I can't like popular artists. Like Korn, I got made fun of relentlessly for liking Korn. And it's just like, oh yeah, all they're talking about is sticking a transistor between your legs and turning it up or whatever. That Twisted Transistor song that was really popular when I think we were freshmen, sophomores, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got made fun of relentlessly because I was just like, yeah, I love Korn. And they're like, oh, you only like Korn because it's popular. I was like, no, Korn was just a really good band.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that it turned me off to a lot of bands that I go back to, like Taproot. I got made fun of for liking Taproot. And then I go back and it's just like, oh man, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I got like 3 songs off that album that are just like really hitting me hard. So yeah, I love going back and checking out bands that I was previously turned off to and just giving them a second chance, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because even like me nowadays, there's certain, it's more or less because of Amber's dad, but 80s, more 80s style music.
Love 80s.
Yeah, because like I listened to it back when I was younger with my dad because he listened to a lot of Springsteen. He listened to a lot of all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't even think of the names off the top of my head right now because I'm just thinking about hip hop in my head right now. But
What year would have Alice Cooper have been?
oh, I have no idea.
Probably what, 70s, 80s? Probably 70s, really,
I think so.
because he's older than Ozzy.
Yeah.
But anyway, I remember my mom obsessively would listen to Alice Cooper, and I absolutely hated it for the longest time. And I semi-recently, I went back and I was just like, man, Mom actually had some pretty good taste in music. I gotta give her that. She,
Right.
you know, School's Out and Poison. Oh man, and now I'm showing my kids that. So like, you know, whenever they're going on a break or whatever, it's just like, hey, let's play some Alice Cooper. School's out. Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Having kids has been fun. Noticing like myself in little miniature versions of myself has been interesting. Frustrating, but interesting. Because the crap that my dad would get really pissed at me for, I'm getting pissed at my kids for. But then I also remember that I did the same shit. It's like, can I even be mad? So the best example that I can think of is kind of a gross story. When you have kids, you will have a poop story. You know where this is going.
I got a couple for myself, actually.
Oh, really? So, as a
Yeah.
parent, you will have a poop story. My dad's poop story was I had somehow managed to take my diaper off in my crib, and I was playing with shit. I was writing on the walls. It was just all over the place. And my dad said that he about lost his shit. He said he picked me up and he was just like, "Arr!" And then he put me down. And then he tried to back up a little bit, and then he got frustrated again. Okay, put the child down, put the child down. And then he said he repeated that process like 3 or 4 times. And then, you know, years down the road, I have my kid, and I was watching a movie with my child, you know, and I think it was like Frozen or something like that. But I fell asleep, kid in my arm, and then I wake up and kid's gone. Where the fuck did the kid go? Where's my child? And you know that, have you ever heard with a toddler silence is suspicious? Because I didn't hear it playing or anything like that. I didn't hear a child, like, doing child things. I heard dead silence. Is there more of an echo now?
1 second. Last time. Sit down and redo this.
It's a third time's the charm. Apparently, it's going to be like number 8.
And it's funny because it wasn't even my camera battery. It wasn't not the battery no more. The battery is out of topic now. He stops recording. But now I noticed that battery is half charged. So on my monitor, that's why it went dead. So I don't know how long that one's even gonna last. But we'll just wrap it up.
Yeah. All right.
That's fine.
So, quick recap of that of my poop story.
Yeah, finish telling that.
So I wake up, the kid's gone, and then I walk into the kid's room, and she's just kind of hunched over. So I'm just kind of looking at her back. She's got her shirt off, and her pants, and her diaper. I was just like, what the hell is this child doing? So I approach slowly. And if you ever watched the very first zombie from the original Resident Evil, where you're approaching your first zombie and then it kind of turns its head and its face is all bloody, I did the same thing with my child, but unfortunately there was no, well, I guess fortunately, because blood on a child's face would probably not be a good thing. But anyway, so I approach my child and, Lexi, and then she turns her face and it is just smeared in poop. And I did the exact same thing that my dad did without even thinking about it. He just picked up my child like, oh, I'm going to murder you, child. Nope, don't murder the child. Picked up the child. I'm going to. No, I'm not going to. Yep. And then I called my dad and he laughed relentlessly at me. It's just like, it has come full circle.
Completely full circle. That's funny as hell.
All right, I got my story.
That's a good story, man. That's funny.
Yep. You will have a poop story too when you have children. I promise.
Oh, I'm sure I will. It might even be my own poop story for me, not even for my kid. I might shit my own pants.
After the dementia sits in?
No, before that.
Oh, before. Okay. All right.
Yeah, who knows what happens? I shit my pants when I was 18 in front of AJ on accident.
Oh, jeez.
And my mom got super mad at me because she asked me why I had underwear in the trash can, and I was like, well,
I don't want to talk about it.
I accidentally shit my pants, and I mean, at that point, I'm not going to I'm not going to remove it all and then just go put them in the wash and like wash them. Like, no, they're done at that point, dude. Like, there's no saving them. Like, I don't care. I'm throwing them away.
Stop smearing it around. You're only making it worse.
And also not trying to end it on like the whole poop thing either, but like, it's whatever. Poop story.
It'll be something to talk about. Like, hey, did you catch that podcast? They were talking about poop at the end.
I should put that as a hashtag.
Poop stories.
Hashtag poop stories. Poop chronicles.
Poop chronicles.
But yeah, so I figured we can do a recap video and just kind of us talking. I haven't seen or hung out with really Evan since school, which we really didn't hang out in school much.
No, we didn't.
I'm really glad you took the leave on coming over here, man, and having a conversation, dude. It's by far 2 hours and 15 minutes on a conversation. It's for someone who we don't talk every day and we haven't seen.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Break out of your shell. Come over.
Go
have a
over
conversation.
to somebody's house. Go have a conversation.
Yeah. If you want to come over here and have a conversation with me, let's go. Let's do it. This is fun.
Yeah, this is
all.
fun.
It's all organic too. Like there's nothing on my phone telling me to talk about what we talked about. It's been all straight organic. And guess what? The monitor just died. That's funny as hell. Or the camera died. One of the two.
Both.
That's crazy.
Man, can't win today.
All right, I'm gonna try this one more time. Last outro video, be done with it. It's like walking back and forth from this thing.
The technology is tired of us talking.
All right, so we're gonna try an outro now for the second time.
Last time.
Thank you for coming. This has been a great time catching up with you.
Yeah,
And
dude.
I hope you had a good time, and we can definitely do this again anytime you want.
I was about to say, dude, considering we've been talking for 2 hours and there hasn't been like a long, awkward silence, now we're going to have one. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, the fact that we've been talking for 2 hours and it really hasn't gotten boring, I mean, that definitely says something.
Yeah, the conversation was definitely interesting, dude.
Yeah.
It was good all around. Everything we talked about was good.
Yeah, for real.
I hope people can take this episode and do something with themselves, learn something from it, and maybe become a better person. Hopefully become a better person, think differently, think your own thoughts, and do what you love and makes you happy.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest takeaway from this. Do what you love. Even if you can't make profit off of it, do something you love.
Yep. And every episode I end with my guest saying something that could help potentially anyone, a quote, a joke, anything that you want to tell the camera or tell the audience that's watching. Let it rip.
Can I tell the Nazi joke? No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna tell the Nazi joke.
I appreciate that.
No, I think the best that I got, just kind of flying off the cuff here, something that has really stuck with me upon these many trips around the sun is you cannot help someone without helping yourself first. So, or when you take care of yourself, you take care of everything around you. So basically, you can't take care of anything without you being 100%, and that is not selfish.
Nope.
And we definitely need to. You definitely need to take time for yourself, be healthy mentally, before you can take on fixing somebody else. Fix yourself, then fix somebody else.
Yep. That's definitely good, man. What he said. For real.
Now you're just going to take my quotes?
No.
Plagiarism.
It's all you. You said it. You get the pat on the back for that one.
You can quote it. Just give me credit at the end. Hey, this is the quote that I learned today.
But yeah, man, it was mad real, dude. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. It's been really fun, dude.
For sure.
It really has, man. Yeah. Definitely have to do this again, and we're definitely gonna hang out.
Dude,
we're definitely gonna hang out.
I would 100% be okay with that. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I thought you were gonna think like 2%. You're okay with it?
2%?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
No, it's stupid.
I was sitting at about like 85%, and I think it dropped after that bad joke.
Okay. Oh well, I fucked up.
Man, he lost 83% because of a joke.
I'm just gonna take it personally and make fun of you on Facebook. Yeah, that too.
Post about it on Facebook.
All right, guys. Well, stay tuned on Garage Hangs, and also too, I want to say one more thing. Anyone that subscribes to the channel, every Monday will be a new episode popping up on my YouTube channel. Saturday night, I'm going to be putting it up on midnight, and it's going to be for only the people that are subscribed to it that will see it before everybody else.
Oh, sweet, I'm subscribed.
So make sure that you hit the subscribe button on YouTube, and you will get content. You will see the episode before anyone that's not a follower. And I feel like the people that are subscribed get that benefit of the doubt for subscribing, hitting that button, following me in the journey, watching it. So
exclusive content not included in your OnlyFans.
Exactly, yes. And I will not be providing that information for anybody to see either.
Just the guests.
I take pictures of my feet. I got like 4 hairs on my feet, and people like it.
Bro, I have the most Italian feet ever.
All right, I'm getting off this episode.
Oh, yeah. We need to be done. We need to stop talking.
Peace out. Thanks, everybody, stopping in and tuning in, man. It's been fun.
That was just too much fun.